What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Solana's price did just about exactly what we talked about in yesterday's video, so I want to give you guys a bit of an update of what's happening now, what I'm expecting next, and much more. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. Now guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Solana yourself on up to 50x leverage without needing to KYC or use a VPN, you can use that link to Margex down below. And guys, the coolest part about it is that when you do sign up, they're going to give you up to $10,000 in bonuses and rewards just for signing up and starting to trade. So make sure you check that out in the link down below. Again, they have a ton of different collateral options. I do tens of thousands of dollars worth of trading on here every single month. So just go ahead and check that out down below and let me know what you think. Now, looking at Solana, okay, what we can see is that Solana had a beautiful move last night, pushing this bad boy all the way up to $242. Now, what I want to do real quick is I want to play you a 7-second clip talking about, just showing you what we were talking about in yesterday's video. Let's go watch that really quickly. You can literally just sit back, wait, and watch. If Solana's price breaks above $222, I think there's a fair and decent chance that it's going to give that try to $240 to $250. And so what we were talking about in yesterday's video, I told you all, look, Solana's in a range, and ranges are fun because they're very easy. When you have a range of this nature, all you have to do is sit back, wait, and watch. You're either going to break the bottom side or the downside of the range, but from there, it's going to be very easy to assume where this is going to go. I said if we break to the upside, I expect this thing to push towards 240 to 250. If it breaks the bottom side, I expect it to go to 180. And if it, I told you all, hey, there's a chance that if this bad boy breaks to the upside, I might open up a little trade, do a little bit of buying, etc. if I do get the opportunity. I don't personally like to let that be an automatic thing, right? I like to do it manually. I was at my engagement party the moment that this thing broke out, so I didn't miss that trade, but I know a few of you over in the Patreon didn't. You sent me messages, so shout out to you. Congratulations to you. Of course, this bad boy is looking good. I mean, and you can see what happened. Literally broke the range, straight up catapult all the way to $242, exactly like we talked about. Now that it has made this move, of course, I've seen the messages. You guys are wondering, well, where do we go from here? Okay, where do we go from here? Because, of course, we had this range, but now clearly we've broken out of the range. Do we continue higher? Do we start to pull back? Is this the end of the move? Let me give you my thoughts, okay? So what I would go ahead and say is that this seems to be a little bit of a weak breakout. Okay, it's a good breakout, don't get me wrong in the grand scheme of things, but the reason why I believe it to be a bit of a weak breakout is just because it almost immediately on the 4-hour chart started getting eaten up, right? Oftentimes with Solana, when Solana really breaks out, Solana keeps going, right? I mean, you can even see it like historically, okay? You can see we break out, we kept going up. We break out, we kept going up. We break out, we kept going up. You go back a little bit further than that. Look, like breakout. I mean, these are all 4-hour candles, and we just go up, 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 and up. You look at the next one, breakout, up. Look at these, breakout, up. It doesn't usually get one 4-hour breakout to the upside and then immediately start coming down. That's not normal for Solana, and I've been tracking Solana here on this channel for about 4 years now. It's not normal. You look at something like its 4-hour RSI, even though we made that beautiful move to the upside right here, we actually did see Solana's price put in big bearish divergence to where in the shorter term time frames we were actually good, right? You see this, right? We had the highs right here and then a higher high. At the same time, we had the highs and the higher high. That's good. But when you zoom this bad boy out a little bit, you can quite clearly see that Solana's price has put in this bearish divergence here from these highs to a lower high, and then putting in, of course, these highs to the higher high. And so when I see things like that, it definitely makes me question, like, okay, I wonder how strong this breakout actually is. Like, how is this breakout actually going to last? Or was this literally just a move to perfectly hit our breakout target and then start to just calm down? If we remove everything and we look at our short-term Fibonacci's, for example, so swing high to swing low, you can see that Solana made a perfect short-term Fibonacci extension up to this 1.618 level around $241. And so because of that, I really do start to question whether or not Solana is going to be capable of maintaining this move up here or not. So where I am right now is that I actually am personally just going to allow this bad boy to play out a little bit more. What I'm looking for from Solana is a back test because it seems to be what it wants. I do expect that we will see Solana's price fall anywhere between, $225 to $227 to try to flip the top side of this range into from resistance into some support, and then from there to try to go upwards. Again, it's not usually the path that Solana takes in these little short-term breakouts like this, so it definitely does make me question whether or not this is going to be sustainable or not. And so because I am questioning it, because I do have my doubts that Solana is going to be able to maintain this move, I want to see it being able to flip these previous points of resistance into support and then use them to continue upwards. If Solana's price is capable of doing this, if you do start start to notice the support being held between this 225 and 227 level, and we start to make that move upwards, then yeah, maybe we'll be in a good spot. Maybe this was just a knee-jerk reaction to a short-term breakout. The bulls want to backtest and double check because the rest of the market didn't break out like this. And then of course, once we have that confirmation, then we try to make a move to the upside. And so until that happens, I'm definitely just going to sit back and allow this to play out. I'm not feeling super confident in doing some short-term long trading or buying or anything like that right now. Just again, because this was a bit of an odd move for Solana. It doesn't have to be bearish, but it definitely was odd. And it's something that I would for sure be on the watch out for. So the next thing that I would say at this given point with Solana is allow this previous range to be flipped. We were in the range, it was resistance. Get off my screen. We were in this range, it was resistance. Solana broke out of it. It had a weak breakout. So let's see if we can confirm this breakout a bit. Let's try to flip this resistance into some support. And if that is the case, then we'll be in a decent spot to be able to try to make the move to the upside. Now, in the grand scheme of things, guys, I will remind you, it doesn't particularly matter what happens here, right? Like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter because the big picture is still in play. And the big picture here is that we're trying to see Solana's price hold support on top of the green box. Now, we're back out on the daily charts. This is the entire year, basically. And what we're trying to do is see Solana's price break out and maintain a breakout from this big range that it had been stuck under for the last 8 or 9 months. And so in the grand scheme of things, even if its price does pull back to say $200 or whatever, it doesn't matter. The goal would still to be build support here and then continue higher in the grand scheme of things. But in the shorter term time frames, again, we definitely do need to be watching very closely what happens here, because I do think this back test towards 227 to 225 is going to be very important. So as it does play out, I will continue to update you guys. I will also let you know, if you are interested, you can join my private community for as little as $1 a month. That's available for you down in the description below. $1 a month gets you access to the Discord where you can talk to me and some other people. And for $5 a month, you can get extra insights, thoughts, charts, and news from me. Daily fundamental analysis, daily technical analysis. I'm recording today a couple crash courses for newer people to the world of crypto, for those of you who are interested in that, and much more. And so that is available down there for you. And don't forget, if you do want to trade some Solana yourself on up to 50x leverage without needing a KYC in order to start trading, you of course can check out that MargeX link down in the description below. But overall, very happy with the fact that we called this thing spot on the money, and I hope we do continue the case. If you do enjoy these vids, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I have 5 more videos dropping today, so be ready for those, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.